Our homes tell the story of those who live there. It's our one chance to show who we really are and influence the way our families live. At the end of the day, every material matters. I'm Anne-Marie Barton, about home. Okay, so you're just about ready to move in and you've picked that perfect mirror, spent money on sconces, wall covering, beautiful cabinets, and then it's time for the cabinetry hardware. And you think, well, that's easy, I'll just run down the street. No, cabinetry hardware matters. It's kind of the final signature, the last chance you have to tell your story. So these are some of my favorite pieces of hardware. I mix these into almost every job I have, and this is just a collection of a few of my favorite things. When it comes to bronze hardware, it doesn't always have to be about vintage or traditional. You can always choose something like this for modern. Bronze is not necessarily old world. We're looking at things like finish that is authentic and doesn't look like painted brown. I also love the escutcheons that give it balance and sturdiness when it sits on the cabinet. And forget about regular knobs that are round. These football knobs are kind of cool and sleek. What we're looking at here are some of my favorite modern pieces of hardware, from white bronze to stainless steel, and of course polished nickel and chrome. I love this one because of the mix of both the bronze and the polished nickel. It just totally makes a piece of furniture. There's no question, the least expensive remodel is changing out the hardware. So here we have a vanity, which could otherwise be fairly typical, but instead I added cup holes to accent these drawers. With all of the details on this beautiful vintage vanity, I didn't really want the hardware to do the talking, so I went very simple, but I love the pop of the polished nickel knob. Most of the time on a drawer front like this, you would see a pull, but in this instance, I didn't have a lot of room, and I thought the knob might be a better answer. This is a boys' bathroom that has a lot of texture and masculine lines to it. It's no place for any circles or anything delicate. So I was looking for the best hardware that sort of had that good hand to it, that was rich and related to the colors of the woods and really didn't pop, but had a nice masculine feel to it. When it comes to refrigerator hardware, make sure it's big enough and has a great hand, comfortable to open. Even though this space was very narrow, it's easy to find some elongated hardware that fits just right. And again, I love the white bronze. So here you go. You're in a room full of cabinets. You cannot just have knobs everywhere. So we'll add a pull. When it's this tall of a cabinet anyway, you need a pull to sort of balance out the scale. This is a kind of hardware you'd normally find on, say, a cabinet file drawer, but I love it used in this kitchen for a modern effect, and they're easy to grab. I went with an octangular pattern on the wood fretting, and I wanted to repeat it in the hardware. So you can see in this sterling silver hardware, I found the perfect shape. Down here on the handles, we repeated it with the escutcheon that was also shaped like the octagon. I think overall the piece looks very classic. It wasn't easy to find this hardware, but it made all the difference. Heading toward the kids zone, we wanted to use some color and have a little more fun, but we wanted to watch the budget. So on this piece here, which was relatively simple, we decided to change up the hardware. So for this simple bench seat in the middle of a hallway down in the kids' corridor, I thought it'd be fun to pick up on this crafty nautical theme that we sort of have going throughout the whole house. I love the shape of all these curves and the fact that it's inset, and from there you pull. Now this is a craft room. It does need to remain easy and functional, but it's a good time to add a little flair. So I added a latch. This kind of hardware has a little different personality and it takes a little more effort to use, but it's beautiful. So here we've got a beautiful set of drawers. The space on the panels is open and available, ready for something longer, something more luxurious, something that's going to make a difference. So instead of a knob, I went with a pull. It feels good on the hand too. Just like you have to have the perfect shoe at the bottom of your outfit, Cabinetry hardware can make all the difference. So plan ahead and don't expect to find it down the street. This is just another episode of Materials Matter. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm Anne-Marie Barton, About Home.